Welcome back to the No Filter Podcast, everybody. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. I just woke up from a fucking bomb-ass nap. Can you believe that I took a rest day today from the gym? That is something big for me. I literally got off work today, and I was like, do I need a rest day, though, or do I want a rest day? Those are two different things that I try to really make sure it's like, do I really want it, you know? I discovered I needed a rest day yesterday. Cause I got to the gym and I just had no flow. Like I couldn't figure out what I wanted to hit, and normally it's okay to go in and say, okay, I'm gonna hit back. And you're not consistent with the back workout as long as you get a back pump and you hit your targeted locations. But for me, it's I got there and I started doing shoulder press. And I'm like, God damn, this is fucking heavy today. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to do the bar. I'm going to do the fucking dumbbell, right? Get my bench over there. And I start doing like 35 pounders. And I'm like, fuck, my shoulder hurts. So I'm like, I should keep it light. Keep it light. Doing shoulder doing shoulder lateral raises. And I'm like, well, this ain't gonna work. So I decided to hop over to the assisted shoulder press machine. I say it out loud and it sounds ridiculous, but I move over to the shoulder press machine and I do one of those, but then my vision starts getting fucking fuzzy when I'm lifting, and I looked it up. It turns out because you're like dehydrated or you're hungry. So I was like, that's enough evidence for me to fucking get out of here. So I went and I ordered a large Supreme pizza and I ate it all in one sitting. Now, I promise I'm not a fat piece of shit, but that pizza was fantastic. I was very much pleased with it. I think there was like 2 slices left over, and they were like the smallest pieces. It might as well have just been one. Yeah, other than that, it's going pretty good. I had to go get a new pre-workout though. Need to try something a little bit different. I want a sponsorship. I'm tired of buying my shit, bro. God damn. Like, I know that sounds like a retarded reason to get a sponsorship, but I would say I'm physically fit. A physically fit guy who eats a whole ass pizza. Hey, I'm bulking. Stop judging. Oh my god. Enough about me. Did you guys hear about that submarine gone missing? I think everybody at this point has heard about it. If you guys do not know, the date today is 6/21/2023. I think they're still alive. I have no idea. They're looking all over the place for this fucking thing. But at the end of the day, they're just fucking billionaires. This is what you fucking get for going into territory that isn't yours. All right? Look, I'm always like, it's either a toss-up. It's either, it's not a joke. Those people have families. My heart goes out for those families, and especially that 19-year-old who's with them. By the way, the 19-year-old's only with them because I guarantee that's like a dad getting a divorce, and he just does not want to end up paying hell a lot in taxes and alimony. So, that's the only reason why that kid went with. You think the kid really wanted to go see the Titanic? Maybe he did, but I'm just assuming it's like a white dad guilt thing going on there. But other than that, like, besides the 4 billionaires on that fucking ship, no, go fuck yourself. Now, I hope now if they make it out alive, good job. But if they don't, it's not really going to affect me any. Unless these people own like the world banks, then maybe I should have a little bit of fear. But yeah, man. People died on a Titanic, obviously, for different reasons, but not... Who the fuck, by the way, makes a submarine where none of the doors open up and the only way to get out is to have someone unbolt it? That'd be one shitty blackmail, wouldn't it? Like, oh, I'm not going to open up this submarine unless you give me like $500,000 and a secure job with a 401k benefit for me. Man, that would be one shitty way to go out. But my prayers and thoughts go out for those people, the people that like is connected to them, not actually the billionaires. In other news today, okay, I feel like dog shit. Besides the fact that I'm tired and woke up from a nap, I was driving, right, and I live in a smaller town. So you'll pass your neighbors and shit. And this guy who drives this Prius out here. This red Prius with the dent on the side of the door and the back window cracked. The license plate number No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'll drop Morse code in this motherfucker. Nah, he flips me off while we're passing each other, and I knew it was for me because I was the only car on that side of the road. How fucking dare you? I hope you're listening to this podcast. I want to let you know you're fat, bro. You're fat. Come at me. Come at me. Nothing wrong with being overweight, but now because it's because it's you, it's a problem. So he just randomly flipped me off, and his wife's in the fucking passenger seat, and they're just tubs of lard. His wife's pretty hot, even though she's on the bigger side. Her fucking titties, man. I swear to God, they look pretty good. She free nips it. It's hot. It's hot. I don't say shit. I don't stare. It's weird. Don't stare. Not my boobs. But yeah, the lady's nice, but he's a fucking douchebag. I think he's just like upset that I could wear a tank top and my stomach doesn't meet my kneecaps. I think that's a flex. I mean, the fact that he's probably like 15 years older than me, that plays a big part in that. Like, his testosterone's at its lowest point now, and it's just gonna keep getting lower. His balls are touching the toilet water when he sits down. He has a lot more going on than me, but don't flick me off on the fucking road, bro. Come talk to me if you have a problem. I'm not the neighbor blasting fucking bass music at 9 o'clock at night when we all gotta be up at fucking 4 o'clock. What the fuck? Yeah, all you hear is and it'll go away, and then I'm like, bro, what the fuck what are you listening to in there? Optimus Prime's like motivational speeches. Oh, I got Optimus Prime. Like that's what the vibration feels like. Isn't it kind of racist that they have Bumblebee talk in those movies? I had a really good feeling that Bumblebee was just some black guy trapped in a car. I don't think he really wanted to be there because Bumblebee kicks the most ass. And you know who kicks good ass? Black people. I fought this black kid once, back in 4th or 5th grade. I got hit in the nose and I just legit just started crying. And I don't know what it was, but something about those ashy ass knuckles just hit in my nose, man. Really just fucking got me. That knocked me into reality. I didn't tell anyone about that though. I came home late from school. My dad's like, where you been? Dinner's ready. And I'm like, first off, Dad, don't say it like I've been gone for days, okay? I was gone for maybe an extra 40 minutes. And not to mention, you're having dinner at 4:30 because you have plans tonight. That's your fault. Don't make it sound like it's my fault. Hang on, everybody. I got to text back this person. So I'm replying back to my friend Sarah, and I slid up on her Snapchat story because she posted Grimace's birthday. So it's like a Grimace shake, I guess, which, by the way, I have a feeling that this is like Grimace's jizz. Did you know that not a lot of people know who Grimace is? That's why the shake is not selling as good as they thought it was going to. That makes me upset. So I said, shit, I didn't think they'd make a good shake. And this is how she's going to respond.
Well, it's like, the way I describe the flavor is if you ever get like a vanilla ice cream dessert and they put a strawberry on top. So then it's like vanilla with a little bit of berry. But I looked up and it's vanilla with berry flavors. So I think you can taste a little bit of strawberry, maybe a little bit of blueberry, but it's mainly vanilla. But I liked it.
I'm going to have to give it a try. I might go get one later because I have to go back to Walmart to get more pre-workout. Also, you're on my podcast now at 8 minutes and 32 seconds because I got tired of listeners not believing me that people are actually texting me when I get silent. Okay, what was I talking about? Fuck, I can't remember. I had a joke. I wrote down a joke. A few of them the other day. I actually was thinking today about when I went to a Toby Keith concert because I just had memories pop up, and I remember there was this short white lady, man, and she was right behind us. We were in the pit, so we were at Wisconsin State Fair, I believe it was. And by the way, the best concert ever with God, who the fuck sings that? Hang on. International Harvester.
According to Wikipedia, International Harvester.
Craig Morgan. I saw Craig Morgan and I saw Toby Keith. That was the best concert I've ever been to. I've been to Justin Moore. I'm a huge country fan now, I would have to say. Like, I like rap and stuff, but I would never go to a rap concert. It's not because of the groups that gather there, but it's because of their actions. Like, you see, like, the baby concerts and shit, and everybody's getting high off their ass and all that. And at least when you go to country music, it's just people fucking their sisters, dog. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's something wrong with it, but I'm not joining in, you know? I don't have sisters, so... But I got me some brother. What was I saying? Oh, so I had a big ass white lady behind me, man. She was short and she was dancing, having a good time, drunk as fuck. She spilled her beer on me and my friend Noah, and her fucking tits were bouncing against me. I was getting such a fucking hard on in that pit, but I couldn't like show it because I was like 4 feet from Toby Keith, and I was like, oh my god, oh. I was getting ready to fuck a 55-year-old lady that night. I don't give a fuck. And people say, I was telling my friend Isaiah about this. I've known him for fucking years. I've known him longer than I've been alive, and wait, I've known him longer than I've been alive. That makes no sense, now does it? I was telling him about that, and he goes, man, stay away from those old white ladies. What are you doing? I was like, bro, it's either the old white ladies or it's your mom. Oh my god, dude. Ugh, something about older women. I cannot get enough of it. I just want to, ugh. And plus, they're older, so you don't have to fucking go as long as you think you have to, unless the grandma's taking fucking Viagra. I'll fuck that leather handbag that's been in the closet for 13 years. I'll put on that shoe that has not been broken in yet from the 1980s. I'll take I'll take that leather jacket that's been worn once a few times. I recently just had a fear unlocked, and I think it's because I'm insecure, but I was just thinking, I'm like, if I ever got back together with an ex, right? So say, for example, like somewhere down the line, I get married, get divorced, or like anyone I've been with in the past. I think I'm scared that, let me explain my logic. Oh, I bumped in my thingy because I almost fucking knocked this over. Anyway, is that if let's say, for example, I was dating you. All right, you're the girl now. Show me your panties. Anyway, is that they would run off and then get gangbanged, And I don't think I have the guts to just be like, oh, that was the past, sweetheart. Like, I don't know how Mia Khalifa, by the way, recently just remembered she exists, overrated porn star. I don't know how she has a man that is waiting for marriage to have sex with her. I'm like, bro, she's been used, dog. She's a not NASA. She's a NASCAR race tire. She's been through the ringer. Give her a break. I don't think I have the balls to be like, yeah, that was your past. What the fuck? No, it's not. Nah, like, because what if they came in you, pregnancy possibilities and stuff. I don't think I'm fertile. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I don't think I'm fertile. Something about it just kind of makes no sense to me. Like, I've never, I didn't pull out a lot in the past, and I should have realistically had a kid. Sometimes I don't now, but no kid still. Knock on wood. I don't want no fucking kid, but, yeah, I would say for sure I'm not fertile. Where the fuck was I going with this? Some about fucking old ladies. Some about older women, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I was on that topic, but I'm going to keep going with it. I'm going to keep going with the flow. Yeah, I don't know. And then randomly show up my door. I'm pregnant. All right. Well, maybe we should get a paternity test. I don't think it's mine. And that too is like, imagine going through those 9 months of no sex, right? Because women don't like to blow you after you knock them up or get them married. Their job's done. Their mission's been succeeded. They don't need to fight for you anymore. You're locked down. Unless you want to get rid of them, it's gonna cost about $500,000 in your house and your dog. But yeah. Damn, that got deep, didn't it? Divorce ain't funny, but it can be. One time we had this neighbor moving because they got divorced because his wife slept with his brother. I'm like, dude, that's fucking crazy. Imagine you yelling, he's bigger than you. And I think that's where I got blessed because me and my family don't really have a close relationship, so I don't have to worry about my brother coming in out of fucking nowhere and being like, hey, I'm gonna fuck your bitch. So yeah. Man, random thought. Anyway, so I was at work today and I was thinking, wait, I swear I was supposed to say something else. I'm not good at this. I'm sorry. I'm not good at this. Oh, and everybody's wondering. I had a few people ask me, when am I going to be on the podcast? When am I going to be on the podcast? And if you're those people listening to this podcast, start bringing some fucking content to this thing, right? I'll have Claudia on here sometimes, or I'll have Braden. The only person who's really struck my interest to have on this podcast again was Jonah and Devin. Devin brought some good content, and so did Jonah. And I gotta say, everybody's like, I want to be on the podcast. Then bring something to talk about. Don't rely on me for topics, because I can burn through a topic in 30 seconds, especially if I'm talking about myself. That's a big thing for me. And then so I just started telling people, yeah, I don't do the podcast as much anymore, even though I got like 30 videos out. Which I gotta start making a TikTok, because I gotta start getting my podcast out there a little bit. Let people know what I'm made of. I really wanted this to get famous enough to where Theo will read the messages that I've sent him. Would you guys like to hear the messages I've sent Theo Von? Sorry, I'm just sending back a text. All right, let's find Theo Von's text message. He's not that far down. He's not that far. Yeah, okay. So the first thing I texted him was, when you're vacuuming, do you ever get the urge to pull down your pants ever so slightly and give yourself head from a vacuum cleaner? Oops, I just liked my own post. And by the way, I don't think I've ever gotten the urge. My dick does not fit in a vacuum tube, so I don't think I could try it. I'll try it and I'll get back to you on next podcast. And I was like, what does your silverware drawer look like from left to right? Does it look better? Does it look like a butter knife, small fork, small spoon, big fork? Or do you have it set up as butter knife, big fork, big spoon, small fork, small spoon? Or do you have it set up as butter knife, small fork, big tongue twister? Or do you have it set up as butter knife, small fork, big spoon, big fork, small spoon? Or do you have it set as big fork, butter knife, big spoon, small fork? Or do you have small spoon, butter knife, small fork, big spoon? The combination to how many fucking slots you could have per, I think you get like 1,000. You get like 1,000 like fucking combinations with your silverware drawer. I'm snapping back, John. What's it called? But yeah, I really want Theo Von to see some of the shit that I've sent him, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't think he has any intention of opening my messages. He's probably getting 1,000 a day. I'm probably just another fucking speck of dust in the wind. That makes me really upset, because I used to watch his comedy back before he got famous. Like, when I first started watching comedy, it was Gabriel Iglesias, right? Which, by the way, I don't listen to his new shit. His new shit's fucking done. He's done for, man. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe I gotta take time and actually get to listen to what he's doing. But I haven't, like, I've heard some of his bits here and there, and they're just not funny anymore. Like, that's when Jeff Foxworthy tried coming back into comedy. And it's like, no, it's either stay in or stay out. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, you lose your fan base, and it's okay to reminisce on the past, but Jeff Foxworthy's just, he lost his kick. He's not funny anymore. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just, like I say, he's getting older. Same with Gabriel. And not to mention, you'd think for a guy who's lived longer, he would have more jokes to tell. So, I don't know, a lot of mixed emotions on that. I hate when people try coming back in because they're a dying platform, like Roman Atwood. I'm pretty sure I bitched about this before on my channel. Like, I used to watch Roman Atwood, Tanner Brungart, you know, the whole stuff that you'd be into at that age, and hoping that I would grow with their content. Instead, they're like, yeah, we've made our millions, so we're not going to keep pushing out videos. And I respect the reason why, but I hated that, for example, Roman Atwood would leave for 3 years, come back, push 3 videos out, and then leave again for another 3. And if anybody who doesn't know who Roman Atwood is, go check out his channel. He has a podcast now. I hate when people who have YouTube channels like fucking Logan Paul and Jake Paul, all successful people. I am not. They're like, man, we have such a great podcast that grew so well. I'm like, because you have a bunch of fucking kids who followed you from one platform to another. That's not being successful. If you would have started a podcast under your own different name, without the shout outs and without the video cams, no one even known it existed. And that's a big thing for me, because it's like they're just, what they did was they got greedy, and they're like, we're not making enough off YouTube, so how do we make more money? Well, let's sell merch. All right, so we started selling merch, and we start making money off YouTube. How else can we expand on this? Let's start making shorts, like, video shorts. And I'm like, okay, that works. And then they're like, all right, so we're making YouTube videos, selling merch, and making YouTube shorts. How do we make more money? Let's start a podcast. Let's take away that percentage of followers here. And I think for me, that kind of just sits uneasy with me, because they're just kind of running through the ringer on what they could take and what they can't take, if that makes any sense. Oh, I'm rambling. I'm sorry, everybody. I feel like this has been nonstop. I don't know how fucking long we're in this podcast, because I'm not really looking at my computer right now. But I'll tell you some things I thought about today when I was at work. Okay. Oop, that's not my notepad. I said, it's a weird time to be in your 20s, man. The dating pool is scary. You can't tell if half these bitches are pregnant, boozers, or into rocks. I have a lot of people on my Snapchat, and a lot of my female friends are either pregnant or really into rocks. Boozers, I would say there's more girls into rocks than there is boozers at this point. And then I also thought about how being a certain color nowadays is like choosing your character in Mario Kart. Some is better than the others, but in the end, white is number one. And I think like that kind of joke needs a little explanation, because it's like who you sleep with is how it determines the Mario character you get, right? So if you're two black people, you're not gonna spawn in with privilege, but man, are you gonna know how to fucking jump? But if you're black and white and you mix together and you have a mixed kid, you're gonna have privilege and you're gonna jump. That's number one right there, man. That's number one. That's a pussy slayer. And then obviously you have your basic white on white. You're born with privilege, but you have no skill and you just steal to make your living, such as like manipulating the stock market or throwing rocks at poor people. That's just crazy, man. Being the color you are kind of bases off of like what you're gonna do at this point, right? I mean, like, how many fucking white guys do you see in the NFL? Hold up, let me look this up before I get so fucking racist, and this is what shuts me down. Oh, I can look at my phone. How many white people are in the NFL?
According to Zippia, National Football League statistics by race, the percentage of black or African American NFL players reached 57.5%, whites 24.9%, Hispanics or Latinos 0.4%,
Okay.
Asians 0.1%.
So more than 0.5% of fucking NFL players are fucking black, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with the color, but that just goes to show white people cannot play sports, and if you do, it's a lucky. You're a lineman. You're just a big guy. It's crazy how white people went from being like, all right, only one black character in this fucking game is fine. Character. All right, one. Can you believe that the NBA draft is trending over the submarine? All right, sorry, hang on, I'm getting distracted. And they're like, all right, one black guy. Okay, he's really good. Maybe two black guys. It just keeps getting funny because sooner or later, now it's like, all right, maybe we can have this white guy on this team. It's just weird how it goes based off your color is basically what you're gonna do for a living. It's like, how many black people do you know like play sports versus how many white people do you know control banks? Like, I don't know about you, but I trust a black guy over a white guy any day. And I'm a natural born white, straight from the hood. No, I'm kidding. Back to what I was saying earlier, though. Oh, I was getting insurance quotes the other day because I fucking hate how much my insurance? My insurance is like $180, and it jumped $30 because they're like, it was $150, and then I went 3 months without driving with car insurance. I forgot if I told this story or not, but I'm gonna tell it again. They're like, yeah, since your contract ended, your new rate will be $180 a month. And I'm like, what the $180 and why? Why? And they're like, well, that record's confidential. And I'm like, it's my fucking driving record, you dumbass. Let me see my driving record. Like, you have to call this number. And yeah, so I've been looking around for fucking other insurance quotes. And the only reason why fucking Progressive, yeah, I'm name dropping, Progressive raised my rates is because they know that I could not get a cheaper rate out there. Liberty Mutual's like, you can get our insurance and save over $1,000-something a year with your basic insurance, such as $222 a month. And I'm like, that I'm losing money at that point. What the fuck? So 50, 100. I'm losing $600 a year by just switching to Liberty Mutual. So, and that was on the cheaper side of insurances. And then I went to State Farm, and State Farm's like, yeah, we'll insure you for a low price of $338.48 a month. And I'm like, what? This is that's almost as much as my car payment. Holy fuck. My TV just made a weird noise. I don't understand why TVs do that. I haven't used my TV in forever. I don't really watch TV anymore. I should watch it more often, but I don't. Yeah, it makes like that weird sound, even though you haven't touched it in months. It's like it's settling. Like the TV is like a foundation. Speaking of fucking weird sounds, last night I woke up to take a piss, and I start walking back, and so right now in my bedroom, if you walk out my door, you could go left, like my bedroom door, you could go left. That brings you into the living room and the kitchen, or the outside door, right? Or if you turn right, you go to the bathroom. Well, I get up, I go to the bathroom, down the hall, and I'm walking back to my bedroom, and I see that my door is cracked, right? And I'm like, why is there a light coming through? And I walk up closely to it. By the way, my air's been running all fucking night, but that doesn't matter, right? I don't give a fuck my air's been running all night. It's money. Who cares? That'll come back. But I get closer, my door's cracked, open. It's fucking 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I was so pissed. Because I'm like, we could have fucking died. Because Claudia's bitch ass, I'm gonna name drop her too, didn't lock the door behind her or even like properly shut it. I'm like, I'm not trying to get fucking shot or killed. At money, getting robbed, whatever, that's one thing. But bro, a whole ass like, when, let's see, 5 hours passed. My door was cracked. I didn't know. We were in bed. I should have got up and checked it. I should have. I don't know why the fuck I didn't. But now I'm like, finding little gnats everywhere because my fucking door was cracked. I was so pissed. I was like, you motherfucker. Do you understand, like, a dude with a machete could have came in here and butt fucked me and killed you? And I'm saying me because I'm thicker. I got a nicer butt. I don't want to brag. But that just pissed me off. The fact that people, like, that's not the first time it's happened where I've gone, bring this mic a little bit closer, it's not to yell, where I've gone somewhere and people don't check their doors, and, you know, they're like, oh, oops, we left the door open last night. I'm like, do you understand a fucking crazy maniac could be living inside your house now? Like, we have an attic here in my apartment building, or like condo, whatever the fuck this is. I'm gonna call it a condo. In this condo, and it's connected throughout the fucking entire slot of buildings, and I want to see what's up there. Probably a lot of installation, of course, but dude, there's gonna be someone living up there. I know. I don't even have to like go up there and look. Cause sometimes I'll hear walking around like I'm on the bottom floor. Which, by the way, I would hate to live on the bottom floor. We back when I was growing up, we used to live in an apartment complex, but slash condo. See, I don't know, because these were too nice to be an apartment complex, but it wasn't high enough to be a condo. Does that make sense? I feel like that does. And so there was 4 levels to it, 4 or 5 levels, and we would, you know, play on the balcony and stuff when we were level 3. And so basically, living on the third level, by the way, fucking sucked. You heard everything, you felt everything, and it was just like the worst thing ever. The stairs was really nice, but they were aluminum because wood would rot, and it also was easier to damage. So they had like aluminum with this shitty rubber padding that they would replace every 10 years. And what's it called? I'm drawing blanks right now. And the neighbors on the top always fought. The neighbors on the bottom always fucked. It was crazy. It was stupid. But the windows in those buildings made no sense. Because if you walk to the back, right? Because I can remember the whole layout. So you walk into the door, right? And you're instantly greeted with the kitchen to your right. And if you walk straight, it brings you into a living room. The only thing separating the living room and the kitchen was the room was like 15 feet long, for example, and the wall was only 6 feet. So that was the only thing that kept it separated, which was cool because then like you could have races and stuff in that apartment building. Now looking back at it, we were the annoying neighbors, but that's whatever. We were kids. What can I do? I'm drawing. And then as you walk into the living room, because the kitchen was on your immediate right, you could turn left, and that'd bring you to all the bedrooms in the back, which was oddly interesting because, what's it called? The way the windows were set up were so weird. I'm trying to remember it. The master bedroom had like 2 windows, I think. And then the one we had 1 window, and I'm like, what the fuck? 1 window? This is bullshit. I'll tell you what. God damn it. Let's see. All right, let's see what Millie said. I'm not convinced there isn't some guy with his pants from behind the mic. What? Can you please say that in a voice message, please? I want to hear your Australian accent. And also, can you please re-explain what you were trying to say? I don't know why she sent that. She's like, I swear this is not the guy from behind the camera. So yeah, I never understood the window layout, to be honest. That kind of pissed me off. Because there was this one time that my dad was trying to sleep, and I don't know why he didn't just let us go outside, but he's like, hey, stay in the house for the day. I want to sleep. I got to work tonight. And I remember my mom being at school, and we didn't have computers or anything just laying around. We had this little fucking box computer. Obviously, anybody old enough will know. And we play all the games you could get on that, So we would just yell out the window, hey, come knock on the door. Ask my dad if we can come out. And they did. They did every fucking like 5 minutes. My dad got so pissed that he like banned us from the room for the day. Which, again, he should have just let us go outside to begin with. So, let's see what she said.
The way you had your tongue out at that mic, I'm not convinced that there isn't a dude with his pants down behind the mic getting ready for you to suck his dick. For real, though.
Wow, fuck you. I don't suck wiener, bro. Who do you think I am? But I mean, you could Photoshop, it'd probably be funny. You know what? I got you. Hold up. That was messed up. I am not a fan of that. Fuck you. I'm upset about that. Now you gotta look for this photo. Yeah, looking back, my dad was just trying to make a living. But at the same time, let your kids go out, have fun, play in the dirt, which we did that a lot. My brother wasn't really... Bobby was not the one to go outside willingly. I don't know why. Going outside was the best thing. At least in my opinion, that was the shit. So, I'd go outside and wouldn't come back for days. It felt like. I'm on the hunt for this photo. Okay. Okay, sorry. Looking for this photo. Gotta make sure she can't save this photo. Sorry, everybody. This is the stuff I gotta deal with on a daily. Alright, I gotta put a whole ass timer on that. Because it'd be so funny, but alright. So one of the random thoughts I had today when I was at work was if you bite a live chicken, you're realistically eating it raw. You know how fucking that messed me up all day. I was like, you're eating it raw, but you're not eating it raw. You're eating it raw. It's like eating a banana. Which my banana had white spots on it today. So what I did the appropriate thing, and I just I threw the whole banana away. I was like, nope, fuck that. Came home, throw the other bananas away. Didn't think twice about it. I was told that if there's white spots on it, then there's spiders in it, and I don't know if I should believe that or not. Either way, I threw it away. It didn't matter. I was not keeping it. What time? And then here you go. I got you. Hang on. Yeah, I went to public school. That was fun. Every day was like a spin the wheel for that fun activity for what was next. Like beating up the poor kids, having that geometry test, or school shootings. Going to school is literally like taking a pregnancy test. One of two things will happen. You just have a panic attack and it was just a false alarm, or you find out in 5 minutes that your life is ruined. You're going to forever have this burden on your chest. And I guess that kind of goes back because I've had a few pregnancy scares here and there, and it's not, in my opinion, back then it was the end of the world. I didn't want to be a teen dad. I didn't want to be that guy because that's all the teachers knew me. That's all I knew. Which by the way, a lot of these kids I know peaked in high school. There's this kid who I'm not gonna name. He got hella fat. He was a star player on the football team. He was fucking bitches, and he's fat now. He ain't nothing. I'm really gonna drink, everybody. Stay right here. Don't do anything. Ugh. I had a chocolate milk earlier. And, replying back to my friend Millie. Yeah, I had a chocolate milk earlier from Walmart. I was like, damn, that sounds hella good. So I got the pre-made bottles, and for whatever reason, they abuse their animals, Perry Farms, but my God, do they know how to make a mean chocolate milk. It's always so good. It's always like that perfect amount of chocolate. The taste doesn't get old. It's it comes with like 24 grams of protein. You cannot go wrong with that. That's a win in my book. So, what's it called? I slammed the chocolate milk, and I've been putting down liquid lately. Like I've been trapped in a desert for the past 45 years. But I think that's just kind of the part that plays when you work in a forge. It's hot as fuck in there. The oven I was working with was like 800, 900 degrees, and I was standing there, and I was pulling my belt. And all this heat coming out of here was like making sweat drip down my back, and it all just kept meeting in the middle. I would say I have a pretty muscular back, so my spine is more in than it is out. Does that make sense? So the muscles kind of make it like it's a river, like a man-made river. Does that make sense? And I just had sweat pouring down my ass crack. Oh my god. My underwear was so soaked, like the rim, that it just stopped absorbing liquid and my pants had to take over. So my pants get heavy and dirty and shit. But they get dirty anyway, but you know what I'm talking about? Like they get that like that musky smell. And unfortunately all my fucking work pants went to shit, so tomorrow I gotta make a trip to Ross, not sponsored, and get like 3 pairs of work pants. Um, because and work socks too. I've been refusing to do that though because my time in this place is coming to an end. So I really don't want to waste that much money on it. But you know, I still gotta stay here for a little bit longer. So um, yeah, kind of excited to see where this new journey takes me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, if you guys could tell, I fucking sound like I did a line of blow in the bathroom. And I'm still trying to get that extra powder out of my nose. But no, these allergies are just randomly kicking my ass. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they're growing corn. I noticed that when they grow corn, my allergies get the worst, and I'm like right against a field, so that does not help me any. And yeah, I mean, it's okay when they grow corn, but to be honest, I'm not a fan because number one, the corn 3 years ago when they grew corn last, right? So this would be one, last year would be two. So back in 2020 when they grew corn, for some reason, corn traps in humidity, I guess, and my apartment will just fucking bake. I don't know how that works because it'll get to like 100 some degrees outside sometimes in summertime, dry, you know. Like it's been like 2 weeks. Like we haven't had rain in 2 weeks, you know, week and a half. So everything's dry. These, you know, and so when it's like this in the summertime, corn growing and shit, how does it not pop like popcorn kernels? I don't know the process behind it, obviously. I'm just some fucking white guy who observes, but I think that's a conspiracy theory now. We're living in a simulation. I don't give a fuck. There's some things where it's like before I wasn't like into it. I didn't believe it, but sometimes I truly believe that we live in a conspiracy. We live in a fucking simulation. There is no fucking way. Um, some stuff I witness on a daily is just like, what? Why? So, I mean, other than that, I'm gonna end this podcast short today, everybody. This wasn't a boring podcast. I drew a lot of blanks, probably because I just woke up from a nap. But I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Sometimes they're gonna be shorter, sometimes they'll be longer, depending on the amount of topics I have. But I'm not gonna stretch it to the hour if I don't have topics. I think that's a big thing for me now, going forward. Oh! Before I end this, I went to fucking Best Buy to get a mixer so I could try plugging in because hook pressure audio bullshit. Yeah. They didn't have a mixer. Did I say that last podcast? I can't remember. So I gotta figure out how to do this. I always like just order one online, but I'm like, I don't know how ordering online works. If I order online, am I out that money? How much do I want to spend? At least if you go and you buy it with the receipt, that's a big thing for me is getting things with receipts. So that way, if it's broken or something, you can send it back with no fucking problems. But no one wants to do that anymore. People think, I'm going to shop online. Fuck you. You're making the rest of us suffer, you piece of shit. So, yeah, I'm keeping them short for right now. And then once I get the whole dual mic thing set up again, I'll figure it out. But other than that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure you're sharing it. Make sure you're liking it. Leaving a comment below. And I'm going to go drink some pineapple juice because that sounds fantastic. Other than that, go fuck yourself.